There's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to.
South Sudan Town Hall meeting. Yesterday's sessions were incredibly engaging and very powerful as they featured different presentations, remarks, and discussions, including presentations from our innovation incubators. Now, today promises to be just as interesting and engaging as it was, and it is the Media Day. Therefore, everybody will have to relate and engage in these conversations. Get ready for thought-provoking dialogues as we navigate the ever-evolving world of digital media, and let us carry forward the same momentum from yesterday and ensure that today's discussions are equally impactful. And without further ado, allow me acknowledge the presence of our officials and dignitaries. Honorable Lily Aldiu Maniel, Press Secretary, Office of the President. Honorable Engineer Napoleon Adok Gai, Director General, National Communications Authority. Mr. Elijah Alier, Managing Director, Media Authority, and Mr. Sapana Abui, Director General for Information and Media Compliance. Our audience, guests, and participants, may the protocol and order of this event remain highly observed and respected. As we officially commence today's sessions, we will have a welcoming remark by Mr. Sapana Abui, the Director General for Information and Media Compliance. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, may we warmly welcome Mr. Sapana Abui to address the audience.
Engineer Napoleon Adokgai, Director General for the National Communication Authority, Republic of South Sudan, our representatives from the region, Dr. Saleh, Iyako, Director, and John Omo, the Secretary General for ATO, Lily Adiu, the Press Secretary in the Office of the President of the Republic of South Sudan, Elijah Liarkwai, Managing Director of Media Authority, all directors, other dignitaries, representatives, and members of the press, good morning. Today is the second day of the town hall that we are envisioning the connectivity, connecting South Sudan. Today's occasion will focus mainly on the media development and transformation in the Republic of South Sudan. We'll be looking on our transition, where we started as an independent country after our establishment. How far have we gone in media development and transforming the media sector? We are also going to look at our trends in the media landscape of where we are heading, especially transiting from the traditional mainstream media to the new media, the digital world, and connectivity. It is a day that we will all showcase, especially with the stakeholders who are already in the online and digital media platforms, to see what we as the country are doing and how we can improve further on our performance. It is a pleasure that today we are here also with our regional members who are the main authors of all what is happening at the moment. We take IACO, that control the East African Communication Organization. They have been there establishing and also incorporating South Sudan as a member. The African Telecommunication Union, whose Director General Secretary is with us here, Mr. John Omo, is the representative of ITU, the International Telecommunication Union. They are now our immediate supervisor in the telecommunication and connectivity. We are grateful. This year's occasion, the town hall, is not only for South Sudan, but we are now connecting with the region and the international. With these few remarks, I welcome all the participants and the members to remain focused as we go on with the deliberation. Thank you. The next speaker, okay. All right. Now with this, I have the honor and the privilege to invite Honorable Engineer Napoleon Adogai, Director General for National Communication Authority, to come and give his opening remark. Dr. Napoleon, you are most welcome, and thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I see the hall is empty today. Maybe we should call back the Momo people. Yeah. Honorable Elijah Alier, the Managing Director of Media Authority. My brother John Omo, the Secretary General of ATU, and my colleagues, Dr. Ali Simba, members of the board, delegates, and those who made it today, good morning once again. First, before I continue my remark, I want to remind you that today, the 15th of March, is considered an International Consumer Right Day. So as we discussed today, you remember that. This is the day, if you are consuming anything, so it is the day of Consumer Rights Day. So we join the rest of the world to express our gratitude for those giving us services. And also, we open our floor so that we can raise questions and hope that they will answer us. I have not yet seen the MNOs for some reason. And I see only digital, MTN, Zain. So if you are with them, make sure they come back to the hall because we're going to have a lot of questions for all of us. Yes, Director Sabana has raised some very important issue. Since our independence, we need to take a stock how far has our media platform developed. We know that one of the tools that led us to independence was the use of the media. Today is considered as something hostile. But a few years back, at least when I was young, there are people who could not eat before they opened Radio SPLA to find out what is going on. Those heroes who used to entertain us and keep us informed during the war, some of them are here today, others are sadly passed on. So as we open this, you have to remember the role played by the media in the liberation struggle. We have people still walking around here, those of Rebecca Joshua are around, and a couple of other key journalists that drove the information to the masses of South Sudan at the days of the shortwave radio. But of course, like everybody else, everything moved on. And one thing has emerged. I am sure many of you in this room today, I don't think many of you still own a shortwave radio. Most of you are either getting your news from your smartphone or from your computer. I don't think that, how many of you have radios at home? So that must be FM radio. I'm sure that's an FM radio. So that's an indication. It shows something has changed. This afternoon, we shall have a session, hopefully, from Meta Group. The organizer, they will join us online. And one of the things we are raising is the impact of the new media, including the social media platform, which is used by young people. And all of you will attest that we in South Sudan have not been using those media to advance our values, to advance our career, to improve our culture, to promote our values. We have used those medias to cause more harm to our communities, to bring conflict to our country, to incite families, members, communities, tribes, name it. Today, half of our government is abused daily. There's a right to criticize the system. But when you go after individual personally, there's also a cross line of rights. Because many of our people thought that the new media has given them the obscurity that they cannot be located and can get away with the thing that they could not tell you in your face. That behavior is only now exhibited here in South Sudan, simply because the platforms are not here, they are outside the country. But I want to assure you, even the owners of the platform themselves, they don't adorn those kind of behaviors. Facebook and other medias that you guys are using, they have people who control them, people who cherish freedom of expression, people who respect human rights, people who value. And if you remember yesterday, Honorable John Omo said here, today there are things our kids are doing on social media that the children of Bill Gates would not be allowed to do. So what does that say about us? It says that we are newcomers to the digital platform, and we are suffering what is called information shock, because it is new, it is something unique. You hide yourself in the room, you give yourself any name you want to call yourself, and you will go on and say things without accountability. But warn you, we are engaging with this platform so that we can bring our country to sanity. We are not going to censor social media. We are just going to agree with them a standard protocol like it is practiced in every country. There are standards, community standards. No community around the world will say, no, I want my kid, 5-year-old, when you open the Facebook, you see the dead body. No, it's not there. So to protect our cultures and values, we are engaging these industries. And we are saying that as much we cherish the freedom of expressions, we also want to protect our values and cultures. We have seen the negative impact of some of these media. Coming to journalist practice, the fraternity of journalism has been blurred. A lot of amateurs have joined in. Anybody who can read and write English has got onto the bandwagon and write anything, blurring the line between professional ethical journalism and individual amateurs who want to share their opinion. There's nothing wrong about that. But you remember, as you write the way you do, you jeopardize the rest of professional journalists who investigate facts, who try to validate, who substantiate everything that they post. To say it all, as NCA, we would like to see more people online. We would like to see more journalists engaging, bringing human story, bringing stories that are deep in the village. We would like the school children to get online, to learn, to share. We would like people to put our country in the world maps. I would like the content creators to be able to monetize their contents. The reason we have not been able to do this in South Sudan is because the platforms are not yet aligned with our laws. The platforms require us as a country to have a certain infrastructure in place, and we are doing that. I promise that before the end of the year, the content creators of South Sudan will be able now to claim their positions once we do final arrangement with the content network providers. And remember, the content creators are also selective. Nobody wants to promote content that they find negative. So there is also going to be a standard protocol you have to adhere to. If you want your video, your dance, your music, your comedy to be hosted on a credible content provider like YouTube, they also have standards. We know also there are people who have taken upon themselves using vernacular language to say unthinkable things. We are also going to provide the content creators with the language translators so that you don't get away. You know, the insult we don't allow in English or Arabic will not be allowed in Dinka or in Nuer. So when we make the local infrastructure, then there will be a need. This information we will provide, will support Facebook with people from South Sudan to help them set when we agreed on the standard. Now, every time I explain this, people tend to take it as if we are setting up a police state where we will monitor every social media. No. There are millions of people on social media. Nobody has the capacity to monitor them. Only the content providers are able to do a little bit. They outsource. This monitoring will be done by you people. You will get jobs. Facebook may hire you and say, listen, you make sure that there are no this thing being done on our platform. And you will be able to get paid for that. I think they have a term for it. Nelson Kwaji is around here. He must have said. Is Nelson around? Yeah. So they have a term for it. The DeFi Heads has been doing that with the Facebook. they are engaging. There are standards that has to be followed. So each country create a community, and this community keep the standard of your country. The thing you don't want, the thing you would like to not to be broadcast. For example, you know, child pornography. It is something universally disagreed with. Nobody want to put it up. But when we define child pornography for cattle keepers like us, I have been running naked until the age of 7. So if somebody has taken my photo in the 70s, and today I wouldn't be offended because that is the norms. Those are the things we will sit with social media platform and we agree. Those are cultures I'm referring to. Okay? Child scarification. So anybody who is putting marks on your head and it is being done, you know, in other world, that is a crime. Even though it is also a crime now in South Sudan. So it is basically community standard, meaning that we agree what are the lines between culture, value, and the international human rights. So it is important to put these things into context. Next, if some of you are going to write about what I'm saying, you must put into context. And I appeal to all of you who are active in social media or in a traditional media to really advocate for agreeing on a standard content management in South Sudan. The Facebook, the Twitter, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Clubhouse, all these are standard. There are people that can be reached, and we will give them our standard. Many of you have complained that South Sudan is not seen on the social media. Of course, how do you see a country that has not yet mapped itself into the digital globe? And I've said this in the past that we still don't have our own internet. So the connectivity you are using is coming from other countries. Most of you have gone to East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, name it. Do you get those things on the social media? Has you ever asked yourself why they are not there? It is not that there are no people there who are criticizing the government. They are there in plenty, and we know some of them very vocal. Some of them are very famous. They continue to do it today in Uganda, and they are allowed to do it. They do it in Kenya, they do it anywhere. But even those people, they have boundaries they don't cross. So my message is to those celebrities who have made huge amount of followers using vulgar languages. I don't want to name them. I'm just saying that we are finally engaging with those platforms. We will not go after you, but we will be talking with the owner of the platform. And we will translate what you are saying to them. And we tell them, do you agree with this? Believe me, majority of those things will not be agreed with. We are not going to close an account. We are just going to restrict you to say, if you want your account to continue, please refrain from this. Because there are kids underage going on social media. This session that is coming is very important because Honorable Elijah Alier, the Managing Director of Media Authority, is here with us, and Honorable Sabana, the Director General of the Media in the Media Authority, will be here with us. We also are honored to have the presence of Honorable Lily Adio, the Press Secretary in the Office of the President. And these are people that are daily in front line of the media. And I think the engagement here also will give you people an insight where the government stands with the media. And I think in the afternoon we are also going to host certain media houses that will be discussing. So I feel that it is important to seek